What's something you really want, but can't afford? A place of my own with no roommates. I could technically afford an apartment, but it would be literally over 3x the rent I'm paying now for a 1-bedroom. Ugh. I had to move into a very small studio apartment in order to afford my own place, but it was so worth it. I don't care if it eats most of my money. I can finally do whatever I want without anyone judging me. I really want to have a simple house. I don't have a family house to go to if something in my life go bad. I have to rent. I would really like the idea of safety that comes with having a house. New teeth. A root canal and implant alone are costing me $3,200 after insurance. I'll pay it because I want my teeth to last, but it hurts to pay. For my vehicle to run, and my cancer meds. Car. If I were in any other state making what I make, this wouldn't be an issue. The problem is that what I'm currently making by NYC standards is steadily shifting from lower middle class to working poor. I'm grateful for what I have, but frick me if it ain't getting harder to live here. Move out of NYC. Hospital jobs seem like the easiest to find openings for around the country. I have 2 molars that have broken off in the last few months. It's medical, not upper right and lower left, so no good way to chew anything. I've always taken care of my teeth, wearing braces twice, having surgeries and multiple root canals over the years to keep them in shape. Unfortunately, disability doesn't afford me to get things done like this. I can't afford to get them pulled, much less replaced. They're causing infection that I'm dealing with using antibiotics, as one is hitting my sinus cavity, the other is a prior root canal that's just kept breaking. Finish my bachelor's degree. I'm about $16k short of tuition funds. I'm at this weird mix where I have to choose between killing myself with overtime at work, whereby I no longer have the time to go to school, or having the time to go to school, whereby I can't afford to pay my normal bills because of reduced working hours. Get a better job. Yeah, that's what the bachelor's degree is for. I was going to whine about Warhammer 40k being too dang expensive, but holy crap, I am apparently a privileged mother. I'm going to start giving my money to organizations that help pay for people's medical treatments in the US. I swear to God. A privacy fence. My neighbors are complete buttholes who harass me and my family, and a fence would really solve a lot of the problems I'm having in my life, lol. So long story short, I moved into my new home in August of last year. My next door neighbor has been extremely rude ever since. The previous owners were renting the house out. I bought it. The first confrontation me and him had, he told me it doesn't matter, you'll be living somewhere else when you're done renting in 6 months. Get used to me. My neighbor has 2 dogs. 2 German shepherds. He trains his dogs with this agility obstacle course he has in his backyard. Our yards are separated by a chain link fence. I have 2 miniature schnauzers. They are extremely friendly and playful and go up to the fence and say hi to his dogs, and they bark back and forth. I've caught him on several occasions hitting his dogs and beating them. I have called animal control several times and the police on him. Throughout the last year his dogs have majorly changed in behavior. They went from being kind and playful to downright vicious. It's very hard to see when his dogs are out in his yard because of the trees around the chain link fence. Sometimes I'll let my dogs out, not seeing his outside, and they run up to the fence and they all start barking at each other. He runs outside and yells profanity at me and my dogs. His dogs hope over his gate all the time and crap on my yard. And his German shepherd got out and tried to bite me when mowing my lawn. My wife was pregnant at the time and was living in sheer terror of him and his dogs. We recorded abuse happening. We reported it to the police. We reported it to animal control. But there's a step process that he has to go through with amounts of infractions before they take them away from him. Over the summer he called my pregnant wife a CB and threatened to kick my butt for reporting him to animal control, and I walked right up to his house after he went inside, rang the doorbell, and when answered I broke his nose. I had had enough. I lost my cool. Cops are very friendly where I live and understood the situation and didn't arrest me for it because there was a massive record of him doing this behavior, and there were several neighbors who had my back. But living next to him is a living heck. He gives my wife and I the finger every time he is outside. He throws trash on my property. He blows all of his lease onto our property. He curses and screams at us when our dogs bark at all. He is very abusive. I've had several fencing companies come out, but life with a newborn is hard. I can't afford it. I'm continuing to document him, and I've been considering launching a civil suit for harassment against him. To get my teeth fixed, or for dental to be included in medical insurance so I can do it a little by little. Diabetes and growing up poor have really taken their tolls. I'm happy with what I have. I would like to own a home or have more money, but those are givens. So I'm going to ask Santa for a Coyote crate motor with a Tremor transmission and a 4x4 differential. Also a garage to work on it in. And all of the tools. A house. Or even a nice town home. I'm in Denver on a single income and would rather rent than buy something crappy that I can barely afford in a sketchy neighborhood. I'm 45 and don't see it happening anytime soon, so I've pretty much given up. It sucks, especially when the annual inspection occurs and I have to leave my home while they poke around to make sure I'm not destroying the place and I'm not living in filth, which I'm not. It's a hit to my dignity. I'm not poor, but I just can't afford a home here. When you get my age and don't own a home, people treat you like it's a character flaw. I've literally been dumped because I don't own my own home. Plus I'm tired of being told that things aren't worth improving because I rent. Why bother? So it's okay for me to live in a dump, I guess. I'm tired of not being able to nail things to the wall, paint, beg for new screen doors or a working ceiling fan, only to be told no by the management company. I'm tired of going to family gatherings and hearing relatives who have rental properties complain about crappy tenants. But what do you expect from renters? Right? Yeah, I am one of those renters they complain about. I listen to my peers talk about home improvements, yard work, just home things, and I want to know what that's like. It depresses me. My son deserves better. A computer able to run my machine learning projects. It's pretty frustrating that whenever I want to implement machine learning I need to use already trained models. I will be cool if I could train my own models. My wife and I want our dream home, but we can't really afford it, at least not now and without giving up some other things in our lives. We could buy it and on a spreadsheet we can make a budget that will work on paper, but it probably isn't sustainable. My bed to myself. Somehow every night I end up with 2 kids, 3 cats and a dog sharing it. Sometimes I get pushed out and sleep on the lounge. At some point you gotta tell them no. I know it's tough, but you need your sleep just as much as anyone else. A bit of a silly answer, but I really want a Nintendo Switch to play Animal Crossing. It seems like a really relaxing game that I might enjoy spending my time on, instead of my currently preferred time spending method of staring at the ceiling with my thoughts. I get that people would like houses, cars and to take care of their health issues, but these were the replies I was looking for. Hope you get your Switch. My 4-year-old son recently moved to Alaska with his mother. My visits consist of FaceTime twice a week. I have to pick him up in Anchorage and bring him back on my dime to Oklahoma. I wish I could afford the airplane tickets. Got in the uni I dreamed of a long W, my best ever since middle school. Had to let it go because I didn't get a scholarship and my financial situation was too bad to even consider moving to Canada for it. Now my best is going to attend it and I'm staying here. I'm incredibly proud of him. I'll miss him and it hurts cause it was supposed to be the 2 of us in a new country building our lives together, so that'd be the one thing that I'd want to change if I could afford to. Eye surgery. I hope I can wait a few years whilst I save up, but my eyes are slowly getting worse and worse to a point that I'm detrimentally affected when without glasses. Hopefully should be able to save up for it soon though. It'll be okay. Food, like actual healthy meals instead of getting greasy fast food every day. Eating burgers and deep fried bulls takes a hit on not just my physical state but mental too. I really want health insurance. The ability to see a doctor when something is wrong instead of just hoping it gets better would be nice. I think you should add good to your health insurance. My current insurance is the oh crap insurance. I pay for everything for the first $6,000. I will only use it in case something big happens. I really want to buy a home for my daughter to grow up in. I want a big wedding so everyone in our family can be included. A car so I can have some freedom, but most importantly right now I just really wish I could afford therapy while still being able to save for a down payment. The party is not as important as the marriage. It's better for your daughter to have that stability than to try to appease relatives. Kids' winter clothes. Boots for winter. Winter electricity bill. $300. Monthly. Haircuts for kids. Internet. Control arms and struts for vehicle. Just bought tires. Glasses. I really want a new pickup. I've been driving the same pickup for 22 years now. I love it. It was the only new vehicle I've ever had. I ordered it from the factory on a just got out of college budget, and it's lasted this long even though I've used the heck out of it. Now, the wife and I have a small trailer for firewood utility hauling and a small camper. My truck will pull it. Slowly. This summer we went 2,000 miles with the trailer in a tour of the Southwest, and got 10 miles per gallon the whole trip. And big hills forced me into third, sometimes second gear to tow up. Trip was fun, once there, but travel was not terribly. I want a new truck, something to take me to retirement and beyond. With 4 doors, a big stonking powerful motor to pull me up the hills, and ideally super bright powerful headlights. I know how to aim them. Unfortunately, there's a 35% plus premium on new pickups right now. It's truly a seller's market, and people are getting more than they owe even fused ones. Top of the line trucks are going for $80k plus 2 years ago that was $60k. Stripper models are no longer $25-30k. This crap starts at $50k. I need more truck, but I can't justify that kind of upcharge, even if it means continuing to crank my windows and shift my own gears at 10-14 miles per gallon. A house. Or even my own apartment. It's my dream for last 10 years and I'll have to wait another 5 years before I can take a loan and get something of my own. Surgery for my dog's hips. She had a congenital defect that wasn't fully discovered until she was 3, and she needs surgery on both $1,200 a pop. She's the sweetest girl in the world, and I'm afraid if I wait another year or 2, she'll be too old and won't be able to recover as quickly. She's only 5 now, and the thought of her having to get around on wheels because her hips hurt too badly just breaks my heart. She loves to run and chase, and is just so happy. She saved my life a couple times when I was going through it a few years back, just by being there. I just wish I could return the favor and make the rest of her life as pain-free as possible. Health insurance. My mental health is desperate, but you know how that goes. Marika, also a vehicle. Walking 2 miles to work in 125 heat in the middle of summer. 7 months pregnant was really hard. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.